You're doing math.
Why are you doing that?
I'll tell you why. If you're new to budgeting, one of the first things you'll be advised to do to save money is to stop eating out. Cook at home. So I have been observing the eating and purchasing behaviors of my coworkers. And I've been figuring out how much money they are typically wasting by eating out. I check these prices online. I have a friend who gets a large iced tea every single morning from Dunkin' Donuts on her way to work. Every day, 5 days a week. That large iced tea costs $2.50. So in the course of a year, that's $650 spent on iced tea.
You gotta be kidding.
No.
$650.
$650 on iced tea. And that's actually one of the craziest because tea is so easy and cheap to make at home. I mean, it's a tea bag. To spend $2.50 for a large iced tea, to me that is unbelievable. That's crazy.
I'm thinking of the waste, like the cups and
The cups and the straws and the
Straws.
plastic. Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Bad for the environment too. I can't even imagine what the profit margin is on iced tea that you're paying $2.50 for. I have
That's great.
another friend at work, and I could tell you everybody's salaries because we're state workers and that's all public knowledge what our salaries are. I'm not going to tell you that, but if you want to look it up, go ahead. But I have another friend at work who I know does not make a lot of money. I know, because I know her
Sure.
salary. Every day, 5 days a week, on her way to work, she stops at Dunkin' Donuts and gets a bagel with cream cheese and a coffee, which is like a combo meal.
I thought you were gonna say, which is, you know, this round thing, and you put cream cheese on it.
I'm assuming they know what a bagel is.
I just woke up. I'm sorry. She's
Okay.
been up for like 5 hours. I just woke up.
The bagel coffee combo at
Oh.
Dunkin' Donuts, $3.79. That's not that bad, right? Under $4 for your breakfast. All right, $3.79 times 5 days a week is about $19. Times 52 weeks a year, $985 on breakfast. This is not including tax. All of this would have 7% sales tax in New Jersey, which is actually quite a lot. That
Because
adds,
it's not a necessity.
it's right, it adds quite a lot to it. So she is spending almost $1,000 a year on breakfast. And I have explained this to her. Not that she asked, but I did explain it to her.
Is that why they don't invite you to weddings and
And parties.
parties and stuff?
Because this is
Is that why no one talks to you anymore?
maybe. All right, so that's $1,000 a year she could be saving.
That's insane.
That's a lot.
That's like 1,000 take home. That's not 1,000 pre-tax or.
Yeah. Plus the 7% interest, so add another $70 to that. If you have a Starbucks habit, then you might be beyond my helping. I will admit that I went through a very brief venti cafe mocha problem. I got a cafe mocha one day, and I thought, this is the most delicious thing I've ever had. And then I went back probably the next 2 days and got it again, and then I realized after 3 days, this is ridiculous. This is so expensive, it's insane. Obviously, there are some beverages at Starbucks that cost less. There are definitely some that cost more. If you're getting a caramel macchiato or something, that's even more. But what I would get if I was indulging my Starbucks addiction would be the Venti Cafe Mocha, which is $4.65. So if you get that on your way to work every day, 5 days a week, you're spending over $1,200 plus tax. If you do it 7 days a week, just because that's your habit, you go every single morning, that's $1,700 for a beverage. For a beverage! That's a lot of money. Let's say you're one of those generous people who likes to buy a box of donuts every Friday on payday as a little gift for your coworkers, a little treat. I have a friend at work who does that. A dozen donuts from Dunkin' Donuts
Wow.
is $10.
Yeah.
A box of donuts.
That's insane.
Do that every week. That's $520 a year that you're throwing away being kind and generous. Don't do that. Nobody needs the donuts. Nobody's waistline needs a Dunkin' Donut. You just don't. Imagine if we, as a little family of the four of us who are living at home right now, if we went out to McDonald's for just one dinner a week as a little treat, which we do not do, but if we did, what we would get, certainly you could buy cheaper, you could buy more expensive, but what we would get would cost about $20. And that's not with dessert. That's no dessert. That's no apple pie. That's no little parfait. That's no dessert. But what we as a family, I figured out what we would buy. If the kids got a Happy Meal and you got what you like and I got what I like, it would be $20. If we did that every week, that would be $1,040, add on 7% tax. So just one little treat at McDonald's a week. If you stop doing that, you're saving over $1,000. If your income is $40,000 or $50,000 a year,
which you're taking home about
right,
25 to 30.
right, you can't afford to spend a whole $1,000 chunk of that on one McDonald's meal a week or on getting iced tea. Let's say we got pizza one night a week. And I know there are people who don't do that, and I know there are people who get it several times a week. I had a friend growing up who had a family tradition of getting pizza every Thursday night. Pizza and the Waltons. And they could afford it. They were not being financially irresponsible, but I'm just saying there are people who have that as kind of part of their family routine.
Which is cute.
All right, it is cute. So let's say if we did that, we'd be paying $12 for a pizza. And that's not with toppings and things, because
Ours is 11 something. It's almost 12.
yeah. So that would be $624 a year on pizza that we could save. Now, we talked about getting breakfast out every day on your way to work. The same friend who does that does not bring her lunch to work. She also gets lunch out. The cheapest lunch in our area is $5 at the Chinese buffet. You get the what?
Does anyone go there?
I don't know, but that's the cheapest lunch.
Sorry for interrupting.
$5, you get the Chinese buffet and a soda. If you did that every day, that's $1,300 a year before tax and tip. Because you know you're going to throw down $1 tip, even though it's a buffet. I'm not sure why you're tipping, but you do, because they bring you a soda.
They clean the table.
And they clean the table. So add another $1 plus 7% to that. But just the $5 each day for lunch, in my area, I don't think you could get lunch for less than $5. Unless you're going back to Dunkin' Donuts to have a bagel and coffee. So that's $1,300 a year. Do you know how cheap a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is compared to that?
Do you?
It's very cheap. It's cheap. It's much cheaper. It's pennies. Pennies on the dollar to make all this at home. It would be hard to believe that anybody does all of these things. Except I know people who do. Especially working moms who are responsible for creating dinner every night when they get home from work and they're tired and it's late and the kids want food already. It's very tempting to get takeout. I just quickly tried to add all this up in my head, and it's close to $7,000. If you did all of these things, which I think a lot of American families do, it's like $7,000 a year you're spending. And that's not even going out to a nice meal. That's not even going to a sit-down meal at a diner. None of this is fancy. This is all like cheap takeout on the run kind of food.
You can put $2,000 away in an IRA for your retirement, but you spend $7,000 on food.
Yeah. All right. So we did the math. There you go. $7,000. You could save $7,000 if you stop doing that. So if you need to take steps to get yourself on budget, to start saving money, I think this is the first and easiest thing to do. To me, it's the easiest thing to do to stop eating out. I guess if you're in the habit of it, maybe that's not that easy, but it really is easy to make breakfast and lunch at home and bring it with you to work and make a cup of coffee and put it in a travel mug.
Yeah.
Stop eating out, people.
Do any of these people smoke?
I do not know, but I have also advised many smokers at work to quit just based on what it costs to buy a pack of cigarettes. What's a pack of cigarettes in New Jersey now? It's like $8 or something like that with the tax on it. So let's say, I mean, it would blow my mind to think of being a pack a day smoker, what that would cost. But even
like
if it's a pack a week.
Yeah, I'd like a carton of Marlboro. Yeah, that's $85. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd quit right there.
Yeah.
Just hearing $85.
Yeah. I would be too cheap to ever be a smoker.
When did they go over $1?
I don't know, probably 40 years ago. I have no idea. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I hope this was helpful. I hope that some of you will consider not eating out. I kind of feel like the people who watch us aren't eating out. I feel like we're preaching to the choir, but hopefully somebody who is eating out is going to see this video and it's going to change their life.
And if it does,
Give us a thumbs up, comment below, and share on
Right.
social media. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great day. Don't eat out.